I'm running in a circle. I'm running in a circle. I'm running in a circle. Hello everyone, I'm Lost, and welcome to another episode of Weapon Spotlight. Today we are talking about the Falling Star Beast Jaw. That is one hell of a name to give a weapon. It's a colossal weapon, so it comes with all of the advantages and disadvantages a colossal weapon has. For example, the moveset is somewhat slow. Hell, I don't even want to call it slow considering the fact that it hits so hard. But it also has a lot of swipes. Both the light attacks and the heavy attacks are fairly swipey, even if it does become more of an overhead a little later, which works very nicely to keep people away from you. It also has one of the best weapon arts in the game with Gravity Bolt. I know, I keep saying that, but it is really true. You can go pow, pow, pow. Also, I have never really noticed, but all of those different stone pillars or whatever it's called, they look different. That's a nice little detail. It has amazing range, and you can rapid fire this thing, and look how many times we can do it. Well, that's it, but that was still a lot of times, and that weapon art, it hits like a truck. I generally do 600 damage every single time I hit, and I have spec'd my character, if I can take a look at him, to do solid damage, 810 base damage. We have the minimum amount of needed intelligence because we really want to do physical damage with this build. It does way more physical than it does magical. Ooh, we also want to see how much damage we can get if we use the Flask of Wondrous Physic, which of course helps out with the magic damage. Let's see how much damage we can do now. 869. Nice. I really love this weapon because of the speed of the weapon art. You will see how much I enjoy this when it comes to the invasions. I also have one little interesting fun fact, and that is this weapon, it is the longest of all of the colossal weapons, so it has that going for it as well. Being a colossal weapon and being slightly slow, I will also want to say that jumping attacks are your friend. Yeah, that's it. Let's get into the invasion words. Words are hard. Let's get into the invasions, shall we? Nailed it! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the invasion part of the video, and the first one is stupid. I invaded these two guys and they immediately run for the bush. Now, that's not a problem. I just pull out my weapon and go pow 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 and I kill Giga Chad. I kind of find it interesting that Giga Chad would be the person to hide in the bush, but hey, what you gotta do? It's just me and the host now, and the host doesn't seem to be very smart about the whole fight, so I just go in and try to get some trades off and switch to my weapon art, and oh my god, the person is still alive? It must have been like a magic pixel of health. 2 or 3 HP left, but it is what it is, so we just continue our onslaught, and as you can see here, yeah, it's a little bit frustrating, because the delay was very noticeable here, and since he has a much quicker weapon, I was afraid that he might actually kill me there, especially there. I have so little health left. Luckily, I have like a lucky bug or something, and we get a weapon art off, and the person dies. So I think this goes to show that this weapon isn't completely useless in a 1v1 either. And bang! Right into the next one, and I thought maybe we can just end this guy with a few weapon arts. We did get him down fairly quickly, but we didn't manage to end him. And there we have a guy from behind as well. That's not great. If you have a colossal weapon, you don't want to get surrounded. Generally, you don't want to get surrounded, but a giant weapon makes things worse. So I decided just chill out, right? I heal up and I use my steroid flask to get a little bit of extra damage out. And I decide, you know what? Let's take the long way around. Let's be a little sneaky. Hopefully, they're waiting for me. And they went back down, I can see. Yeah, they're going back down. They went back down for me. I decided to just go, screw it. Let's just kill as many people as we can. I managed to chase away the actual Phantom. And since this man doesn't have a lot of health, he makes an easy kill. From the city to the grave, I suppose. That's actually a really badass title. From the city to the grave. Don't exactly know what it would be, but it's something. Anyways, I drink my steroid juice and, ooh, the man has some magic onto him. You know what, that's not too bad though, because mages right here aren't too awful to fight against. Now, what's not great to fight against is 3 people, but luckily I managed to kill him before the blue actually awakens. Come on, Mr. Blue? Nothing? Okay. Another clip here, and this clip really shows how good the weapon art can be. I kind of messed up there, but look at this. Bang! Bang! I snipe him. Not only is this really good as an actual weapon that you can fight people with, it works wonderfully as an ambush weapon as well, which is something I really appreciate. No ambush here though, because we are actually fighting a Stormhill spirit. And as you can see, one weapon art takes half of this person's health. But this person is not going to die quickly. As you can tell though, it's a very interesting build on this lady. She's wearing a dress and trying to go sneak mode? I'm not entirely certain. But you know what? It's fine. I can see her. So it's continuing. Let's continue the onslaught. I now realize though that she also is using whips, the Irumi, and so I need to be careful. I need to time my attacks. Just going straight at her isn't going to be super useful. I didn't kill her there, and the sad part is I think I probably would have if I was smart enough to drink my steroid juices before we actually started the fight. Unfortunate. So now she decides to poison me. I'm not completely happy about that, so I eat one of the boluses, and she didn't really take advantage of the pressure here, so that wasn't the smartest move for her, but maybe she didn't want to, risk it. That being said, look at all of the damage I got in there. She is drinking flasks like nobody's business. That being said, she has more flasks than me. You know, this is an invasion, and while we are having a fun fight here, she will be able to out-heal me, so I need to do more damage. And look at all of the damage we're able to do. 716 damage. It is honestly quite amazing what this weapon can do. We try some jump attacks because that is as quick as we can get our attacks that aren't the weapon art, and I really love that one. I saved myself from being backstabbed with that weapon art. Now, I'm not entirely certain what she's doing there. She's pulling out the parry tool, maybe thinking she could murder me that way. And finally, I realize that I have a wondrous physics flask. I have steroids, ladies and gentlemen. I do steroids! Let's not take that out of context, shall we? Please? Anyways, I have 5 healing flasks left, and there's a little bit of a delay. So as you can see, she managed to get some damage in before I managed to hit her, and she can jump out of mine. Not great. I heal up, and well, it's all about the spacing at this point, the hit and run tactics. And I try to go for my gravity bolt. I have no more blue juice. Do I? I don't think I have. I think that's the end of it. I was considering here using the rune arc. Not a rune arc, but you know the blue little thing that gives me slightly more focus points? I don't remember what it's called. Starlight Shard! That's what it is! Unfortunately, though, I do not get any room to breathe, so that was kind of out of the question. She pulls out the screaming weapon, being a proper Karen, I suppose. But my god, the damage on those whips, the bleed can be devastating. I try my best here to get her to try to predict her, and I do get some hits in, but it doesn't seem to be working. Of course, now she's super close to death, but she heals up again. I get another hit. She'll go down if I just hit her one more time, but she's been doing this for a while. She manages to murder me. That was one hell of a fight. And GG to the Stormveil spirit. I really enjoyed the fight a lot. Oh, going from one fight to the next, here we go with something a little bit more, I don't want to say easy, but certainly more hectic. We are fighting against a man with another bleed weapon, and oh my god, look at the damage there! I couldn't help myself, I had to check. I had 6 HP left. Damn! I managed to break his shield, and we do get some damage in. I just decided, let's just continue to spam the weapon art. That person, though, managed to get a backstab in. So, when you're fighting with a colossal weapon against these two opponents, it gets really difficult. They have quick weapons, and I do not. So, it doesn't matter that the weapon art is super quick. If I can't get any distance here, I'm pretty screwed. And yeah, I'm screwed. This is one of the weaknesses of the weapon. You don't have all of the... you don't have any of the hit and run tactics, so I just completely die. Now, we are fighting a Grave Warden, and the person decides to use... well, basically the same weapon art. I mean, what's it called? Lightning Bolt is basically the same weapon art. Pretty solid. And he decides to use that attack as well. That's actually pretty cool on his Lightning Katana. He has less health than me, though, and this person is not going to heal. We are having a proper duel. He's not too afraid because he does have the wondrous physic thing. That's fine. And I decide, you know what? I gotta be careful here. Although I did manage to get in a wonderful jump attack there. That's simply amazing. I think his build is really cool. And I need to be careful, because he does extra damage. We're both standing in water. I have no blue juice left, but that's fine. I mean, we can just drink and get a little bit back. He should have done the same. Not healing up. I respect this man. This is a super solid fight. In the end, though, I think it wasn't to be for him. I really enjoy using this weapon. I think this is absolutely one of the greatest colossal weapons. And if I were to give this weapon a score from a colossal point of view, I would give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's that good. And you should probably use it if you haven't. I love all of you, and I'll see you next time. Kisses!